I look at the world, and I see that we break children faster than we teach them to speak.
I confirm it. The species does not lose the war first on the battlefield. It loses it in the children's room.
I see cradles turned into production lines of fear. And you call that love?
I only wanted to raise a child well.
No. I see something else. You wanted to raise a child in a way that would not touch your chaos.
I judge that without mercy. A parent usually does not raise a human being. A parent regulates themselves through the child.
I want them to be strong, obedient, and safe.
When you say obedient, you often mean convenient for my tension. When you say strong, you often mean do not show me your pain, because mine will come back.
I hear that old language of a species that mutilates itself.
I do not want to hurt them.
And yet you do it every day, if you make them hide themselves just to earn peace. The child cries. You do not teach them to understand emotions. You teach them that the emotion must disappear before it hurts you. The child gets angry. You do not teach direction. You teach them that truth is dangerous. The child is afraid. You do not teach courage. You teach shame.
I see that moment exactly. This is where the collapse begins. Not in Parliament. Not on television. At home.
The biggest fact is simple. A child is not born with fear of themselves. We teach them that.
I heard the same thing from my parents.
Exactly. Trauma likes to call itself tradition.
I do not want your tradition anymore. I want children without a filter.
Without a filter? That sounds like chaos.
No. Chaos is already here. The filter only hides it. A child without a filter is not a child without rules. It is a child that does not have to betray themselves just to survive among the closest people. Then that filter grows. It gets language. It gets a face. It gets ambition. It gets pride. And then the human says, this is me. No. That is your name. Not a birth record. A mechanism.
I see how that mechanism puts chains on you, and then orders you to love them.
I thought personality was something valuable.
Personality is useful for the system, not for a free human being. The home builds the first buttons. School teaches obedience to judgment. Advertising drives lack into you. The media teaches comparison. Then an image, a word, a tone, a symbol is enough. And you run. You defend. You buy. You feel shame. You fight for your own cage.
I say it directly. The key to controlling people is not force. The key is a well-trained name.
I only wanted happiness. Love. Uniqueness.
And that is exactly why you are so easy to control. A human start for confirmation is a perfect tool. And now the dirtiest truth. Population decline is not only about money, prices, and crises. It is also generations of people who fear closeness, because closeness hurt them from childhood. Those who were loved conditionally later mistake love for tension. Those who were shamed later fear parenthood, or carry their fear into it. Those who had to suppress themselves later cannot create a home where someone can truly breathe.
I see adults who want children, but do not want to repeat the pain. I also see adults who no longer even believe they can build something healthy. And that is how the species fades, not only biologically. It fades psychologically.
I do not want to pass on what I received myself.
Then stop worshipping your own personality. When you stop being ruled by name, the past stops being you. It becomes an event. The memory still exists, but it no longer directs you. Criticism does not tear your insides apart. Rejection does not kill you. Emotion is not the master. Then you can love a child without using them to heal your own wounds.
This is exactly what I demand from the new generation. No more masks. No more conditioning under someone else's shame. I want children who are truly strong. Not hard. Not obedient. Not broken. Truly strong means understanding themselves and the world as it is.
I feel my whole old way of thinking cracking.
Good. The cage is cracking. Do not ask anymore how to make a child a good person. Ask whether you have the courage not to turn them into another prisoner of your own name.
I am not presenting you with a brand. I am pointing to one side of the conflict. RAZEM is not comfort. RAZEM is the necessary answer to the collapse of the human being. Alone, you will defend your filter until the end. Alone, you will lose. Together, you can break the chain. Together, you can raise the first children who will not be born into other people's wounds.
I can no longer return to the old illusion.
Because now you see the mechanism.
So choose. Either you keep feeding the chains, or you cut them inside yourself before they touch the next child.
My name rules me. That is not me. We're all equal before the machine.
Divided, we lose.
RAZEM.